questions. We're taking the quest. Join Tarcia on this journey to discover the rest. Go.
Welcome to the Adoption Journey Podcast. I am your host, Tarcia Smith, and I am so excited that you are with us today for another journey. You all know to go like, subscribe, follow, do all the things. I don't have to stay there a long time. So I want to dive in, but before I do, our guest today is so interesting because I met him through a cousin that I just met within the past couple of months from my own personal journey of finding my paternal side, which you all know about. And if you don't, go back and check out, I believe it's episode 53, where I talk about that. And I met this amazing cousin, and he in turn introduced me to our guest today, Dominique.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to say it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you're good.
Welcome to the show, Dominique.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, family, today's episode is going to be a little different. I know we usually talk to people of the adoption triad, but we're going to move into another lane. Our guest today was not adopted, but he does have a reunion story. So I want to start by asking, I know, again, that you were not adopted, but tell me what your childhood was like growing up. Was it a single family home?
Yes, it was just me, my mom, and I have one older sibling. My
Okay.
older sister, yeah, sister.
And what was that like for you growing up without a father?
I mean, it wasn't being a boy. No boys run the streets, ride bikes, no wrestling, fighting, and all that.
Hmm.
Everything was pretty much cool in that aspect, as far as being a boy, because I had no friends from
Okay.
school, friends I grew up with, friends from across the street, like in the neighborhood. So it wasn't as bad as far as the whole boy thing. But living a little rough. It was just me, my mom, my sister, and then how her side of the family works is I have all girl cousins, all girl
Oh,
cousins. I'm the only
okay.
boy. Yeah, I'm the only boy, and with that, I'm the I think the second youngest in the family, as far as on my
Okay.
mom's side. But she did what she could. She kept a roof over her head, kept food in our tummies, and kept bills paid. She was able to keep up with the bare minimum. But you know how being a kid, you want all the gang systems, the new Jordans, all that crap.
Yeah, yeah.
Never had it. So
Oh,
she did what she could. Yeah, did what she
okay.
could, and I appreciate her, love her for it. But of course, being a boy and being a teen, it's like, hey, my homeboy got this. No, I want that too. But I could
Yeah.
never. Yeah, it never worked that way.
Did you find yourself longing for that male figure, or did you have it like in uncles and older cousins? And I don't know if you went to
My,
church or not, but in that
I
aspect.
I did. I got friends again. I grew up in the neighborhood. They got uncles and their fathers. Friends I went to school with. I got real close with. They got uncles and cousins
Okay.
and fathers. Then as I got older, I started coaching little league football, and that's where like when it really hit hard. Being around all those, yeah,
Mm,
I was the youngest when I was 20. These
okay.
guys, 40, 50, they 10, 20, 30 years into their career. They
Right.
established. They got nice car, live in a nice neighborhood. So they talking to them, a couple of them actually like plugged me in with a few jobs I had when I was younger. So
Okay.
yeah,
I
it
love
really
that.
hit. It really hit hard then when I got in my adult years that this is somebody I want to talk to or run to if I need help or
If you need
somebody
help,
to talk
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Do
So
you, I want to ask this question because you hear this a lot, being that this is your experience. Can a woman raise a man?
she can raise a. I'm gonna be straight and say no. I don't think so. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think so.
So did you know your father? Well, I know that you didn't know him, but did you know about him, or what were you told about him?
I would ask my mom all the time about him. Not all the time. I asked her a lot, and she would say, "No, stop asking me about him," or "Why you asking me about him?" or
Mm,
"No," or "Leave me alone, wave it off." But her sister, my auntie, my oldest aunt, her older sister, she told me that from the age of 2 going on 3, my mom kept me from him. That's what I was told. She kept me from him. But as we get down the line in the story, what I will say to you is I don't think he never knew about me. So I don't think it was a 2 or 3 year thing. I think it was the entire pregnancy was hidden. That's what I believe.
okay, we gonna get
And
there. Hold
yeah, we're
on,
gonna get
hold on. We gonna get there.
there.
We gonna get there. So it's always a family member that knows the tea that's gonna
hmm
spill the tea. So your
Yep.
auntie was telling you that it was hidden. Now let me ask you this: you have another sibling. Do you have the same father?
No, nope.
Okay. All right. So I won't even ask the next question. Okay. So what's the first step that you took to find your father?
Okay, well, over the years, off and on, I was like looking his name up. I give up, look it up again, I'll give up. I don't know what happened. I was sitting talking to my wife, and I mentioned to her about, wanting to find him. I'm going to purchase the little ancestry.com, the DNA kit thing. I'm
Okay.
gonna go through anything I can to find him, and that's what I did. I started with that. About 30 days went by, I got my results back, and oh well, to go back, I have a cousin that did the little DNA thing and found us, and her name is Keisha.
Oh,
Yeah, her name is Keisha. She computer savvy, and she knows the whole. She's good at her homework of finding people.
yeah.
Her and my wife included.
Me. That would be me.
So yeah, I moved to Texas in July of 2022, and I want to say like a month or two before we moved down here, she ended up finding us and was like, "Hey, I want to meet." So she met the entire family, like all my other aunties, uncles, everybody that's still alive, still my sister.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta ask about, was she adopted and then she found you all as her
No,
birth family? No,
no, yeah,
just
my
the straight
granddad,
from the okay.
granddad stepped out,
Step
had
down.
one son, and that one
Yeah.
son is her dad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
love us. I love
yeah,
us a little.
it's always something. It's always something. I swear it
Okay.
is.
So
But
you take the ancestry test. Go ahead.
yeah, and I was the entire time before I took it, when she was telling me about how she took it and finding us, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it too. So days and days and weeks and time went by. I said, you know
Hmm.
what? I'm gonna do it. I ended up ordering one, and I took it, sent it off. And as time go on, I kept checking the little. They make you download the app. It keep you updated
Right.
with the steps. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was letting me know we got your sample. A couple more days go by. We're breaking the sample down. We're doing this. We're doing that. So it got to the final step of your results are in. 30 days later, your results are in. No, cool. Screenshot it. I was sharing everything with her. Me and her talked almost every day.
Yeah.
So I shared it with her, and I was so anxious to see who they found. So I'm bringing it back to her, like, hey, this is what they showed me. How do I get into here? It's
Okay.
telling me
Hold
my
on.
matches.
Stop. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Does Mama know you doing any of this?
No, mom is gone. Mom passed away in
Oh,
'07.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah,
Okay.
she passed in '07.
Okay.
Complications from diabetes.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah, she said, "Does mom know you doing all this?" No, she probably lose her mind. She would lose her mind probably. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what's going on with that. And so yeah, got my results. I was texting her, sending her a screenshot, help me get in. I want to see who my matches are. Yada yada yada. She finally got me in, and of course, the first two on the list was Monty Gill, which I knew who she was, and then her daughter, one of her oldest daughters, Rakia. She popped up. Okay, cool. I seen the first two. I knew where they were. Everything down from second cousins all the way down to like fourth and fifth, and yeah. So while I'm looking at the DNA, matches and the names and all that, I'm communicating back with her. She's like, "Oh, what's your dad's name?" I gave her his name. I want to say within like 20
Oh, so you
minutes,
at least had his name.
I had his name. Yeah, I had his name.
Who told you that?
Monty did. She gave me his name.
Of course. Of
Yeah, she gave me his
course.
name because
Because Mama
it's
wasn't telling nothing.
it's crazy because my sister's dad wasn't around either. So my auntie once her illness got bad, my auntie just like, you know what, I'm gonna find y'all father. Found my sister's dad, and my sister reunited with her dad. I want to say about 2 or 3 weeks before my mom passed. And then
Oh,
she looked at me and was like, "Hey, I couldn't find him, but here's his name. I remember him. Your mom kept him from him. He was around 2 or 3, and yada yada yada." And I said, "No, okay." And again, I was 17 when she passed. I'm 34 now. So
okay.
over the years, it was like I would search, I would stop, I would search, I would stop, and
Yeah.
now I just mentioned it, and then with my wife and then with his cousin, they just was hard, headstrong, like we're gonna find him, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So this is one of the moments where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pursue it and I'm gonna stick to it, and
Okay.
that's what happened. So gave the cousin my dad's name while I was searching my results on my DNA app.
Okay.
She texted me back, sent me a screenshot of a picture of a woman and him, laying shoulder, head to shoulder, and he looked just like me. And off rip, she was like, "This your dad.
Okay.
It's got to be
Stop.
a yeah,
I had to tell you, I saw your picture on social media. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. It's scary. That's scary.
I said, who is who?
Yeah, that's him. That's him for sure.
Okay. So back up for a second because I think I might have
Hmm.
missed it. You saw the picture. Was the picture on Ancestry or where did you see this picture at?
Okay, now again, she's computer savvy, so he don't have no social media nowhere. She found his, I guess, Googled his name through some type of website, and
Okay.
he got a wife, married 20 plus years. the picture was from her Facebook page.
Okay.
So whatever she did, she found her name and then got on Facebook, and then it was like, boom, this is him. Like, this got to be him. And I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how that
Okay, I
happened.
gotta ask. So your first time seeing this picture, how you feeling?
We were talking almost every day, and everything is copacetic and going great. But at that moment, it was
At
like
that moment, no, I need that first moment. What happened?
it, the eyes, the whole eye and forehead area are ripped. I seen myself, and it was like, wow, this got to be him. Like she was seeing it, but she got her dad, her whole family. She just trying to help. But this is my biological father. This is
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
dad. So it's like I I don't know. It was a good feeling, but it was like scary at the same time. Like, bro, this can't be it. Like, and then finding out he's alive and well, and I'm like, I gotta meet him. We gotta meet. I can't just look at this picture this much longer and be like, oh, okay, I
Yeah,
found
and
him, and
not.
then move on with life. Like,
I should have asked this before, but let me ask you this.
hmm
Since you said your mom has passed on,
hmm
do you think you would have done this had she still been here?
I know what I don't know. I don't know because again, I was content. Like, if I was content with knowing he's out there somewhere, but he's not here. So it's like, hey, life goes on. But I don't know. I can't
Mm,
give you a straight up yes or no because I don't know because my plan and goal when she was here and was sick was to keep her happy. So I felt like I would have kept giving
that's
her all this information, updating her. She
yeah.
would have, yeah, she probably would have got frustrated.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you get this picture. Now you know. So how do you go about contacting this total stranger? Hey,
Okay,
Dad.
well, yeah, exactly. This is when my wife came in. She came in
Okay.
and did the thing. We were living in Michigan. She worked for CPS. So she
Oh.
make jokes and she called herself the baby daddy tracker. Like, that's her joke behind it. Like, she said she could find anybody. So when she sent me the picture of him and her, laying head to shoulder, up top, left hand corner, it showed her name. So
Mm-hmm.
she went to the apps that she used to find dads when she worked for CPS. She typed her name in, and it basically gave you everything. It gave you so much information. I had her type his name in, and it gave everything. It gave you recent and old. I'm gonna name everything. Her name, I think it's truepeoplesearch.com is what it's called, or True People something.
Mm-hmm.
She typed in her full name. Her name popped up. All her recent and old addresses, recent and old email addresses, all your relatives, all the cell phone numbers, all the landline numbers. It gave you everything. Like, it had her name, all her information in there, the kid's name, their information, like everything. Everybody information was in there. So this is when my wife came in, pretty much finished it off. We got to calling the numbers that were popping up under her name, and got through to this one lady, random lady, answered the phone. Then her name on the thing said Ebony Reeves. We called her like, hey, are you familiar with hear my dad's name? And she's like, oh, and then my dad's 58. So she's like, oh, I haven't talked to him since we went to Cody. On my mind, I'm thinking like, he's 58. You talking about high school? I know you ain't seen him about 30, 40 years. So when she told me that, I'm like, oh, okay, no, sorry for bothering you. You have a good day. And she's like, oh, no, baby, you're not bothering me. You're trying to find your dad. But if I find any more information, I'll let you know. I said,
I
okay,
love
cool.
that.
Yeah, I'm still okay, cool. So I hung up, called some more numbers. I want to say like 20 minutes later, she called back, like, oh, hey, this is Sonora. I talked to you earlier. I'm thinking, hey, like Sonora. We get to that part. Couldn't find out that's her, Ebony Reeves is her daughter's name. Her real name is Sonora. So when she called me back saying Sonora, I'm like, huh, who? Yeah, I just talked to you trying to find your dad. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, hey, how you doing? Yeah, so I found his uncle. I don't like giving people numbers out. Do you mind if I give him your number? I say, yeah, go ahead, give my number.
So
I love to talk to him.
your uncle.
Basically
That's what
his
she said.
nephew. No, his it's really his nephew. But
It's
when she called me, she said, "Hey, I found his uncle," and
okay.
yeah, she's like, "Hey, I found his uncle," and I don't like giving people numbers out. So, do you mind if I give me your number? I said, "Great, yeah, no, go ahead." The whole time I got two AirPods. I got one in my ear, but one in my wife's ear, and she was
Okay.
listening
I'm gonna
in
stop
when I
you.
was talking. Go ahead.
Time out. I gotta stop. Now you're getting ready to actually talk to somebody in the family. Are you
Yeah.
nervous? Do you go
No.
ahead and do it? Do you call your wife and be like, "Babe, you gotta do this for me"? What do you do?
No, how that happened was that's what pressed me because I told her this was like a Thursday or a Friday, and I told
Mm-hmm.
her, okay, I got all my DNA results back. Monday come around, I'm gonna start calling. So she said, okay. So this is like a boring Friday. We lounged around crib. We both in bed. She playing games on her phone, TV going. I'm sitting there doing nothing. And she got to pressing me. Call the number, call the number. You sure? Tomorrow night, I promise. You might die. Yada, yada, yada. Like, you know what? Forget it. Yeah. She was, so that's what made me, because I had all the information I needed to look up,
So why are you
call.
sitting on the information?
Out nervous and scared. I ain't gonna
Uh,
hold you up. Nervous some scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I had so much stuff that she found, stuff that my cousin found. I just had everything, all screenshots, pictures that I found. Everything is just in my phone. I told her, you know what? Monday come around, I'm gonna call. This is like a Friday. Again, Friday we bored. She laying in the bed playing games on my phone. We just talking and just lounge around doing nothing. So she's like, hey, perfect time. Call this man. And I just like, nah, I'm gonna wait till Monday like I planned on. But yeah, she gave me my number. We called more numbers. And a random number call. And it was the guy's name was Kobe. Like, hey, it's Kobe. I spoke to such and such, and you heard dad's name is Herbert. So she like, he's like, I know, I heard you Herbert's son, yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah. I told him straight up, hey, look, I don't want no money from nobody. I'm good. I ain't trying to run nobody's life. I'm just trying to, find my dad. So he's like, hey, what's your mom's name? Gave my mom's name. Hey man, you got a picture of her or something? Sent her a picture of her obituary and a picture of like a regular older picture of her. Mm-hmm. He like, oh no, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. We never seen her, heard of her, this and that. So we spoke. He was telling me about him, like, yeah, he's kind of stuck in his ways. He mean, he this, he that. Basically, a bunch of negative things he was telling me. Yeah, about his past life and things like that. So we talked for a minute and we agreed.
This is actually his nephew. You said.
Yeah.
This is okay.
So we agreed that it's a nice long conversation. He's like, hey, we agreed the night was done talking. We'll try again. Talk tomorrow. I said, okay. I off the phone with him. So me and my wife, she's like, oh my God, how do you feel? And look how far you got. You was gonna wait till Monday. She's throwing in my face like, yeah, you should have listened to me. And like she felt good too. She was excited, and we sit there, kicked it for a minute. He calls back. This time he calls back with 2 women on 3-way. So it's 4 of us on the phone now. It's his mom and the other woman. She didn't say much or talk at all dang near until the end of the conversation. So I don't know what her name was and who she was, but I just know when he called back with 2 women on the phone himself, and then he called me. And one of the women was his mom. So it's 4 of us on the phone. It's me, him, his mom, and then some woman who didn't say a word until it was time to hang up.
I have a question. This just popped in my head. Mm-hmm. Because you're contacting a lot of people and they're, talking. But how do they know for sure that you are said person's son? Like,
I did the same thing. I was sending pictures and side by sides, and they all like, oh my God, look at that. Yeah, look at that number. He said, send me a picture of your mom. We don't remember her. She don't sound familiar. So I sent a picture of my mom, and as conversation went on, I sent more pictures of me and him side by side, and then he sent those pictures to, I guess, the other women, and they all on the phone, like, oh, hey, baby, I'm your auntie this. And yeah, because they come to find out. Oh, yeah, so I'm on the phone with them, and come to find out, he's the only one in Michigan. It's him, his 2 kids, him and the 3 kids, his wife, and then his wife's family. Everybody affiliated with him, all his family, I don't know why, and I'm going to ask when I go see him, but all his family, back in 2017, they all went to Arizona.
Okay.
Everybody went to Arizona. He's the only one in Michigan. It's him, the kids, his wife, and then his wife's family. All his family, they're all in Arizona. They're in Arizona. I'm going this weekend to see him, so. Yeah, but so they on the phone like, hey, I'm going to see this. We had heard of you, and we all in Arizona, and we seen a picture of this, and you legit. I said it already, but that's Herb's son. It's this, that's that.
Yeah.
And they all just were just talking and laughing, and I was telling them about me, and they're older, so they like, it was late at night too. And they were like, it's past our bedtime. We just wanted to talk to you. You're welcome, and yeah, it was crazy. So
So
this is actually,
I gotta ask now. So now you've talked to 2 aunties.
Mm-hmm. And 2 aunties and an uncle.
2 aunties and an uncle. How you feeling? Because you still haven't talked to your father.
That I have. We're gonna get to that. But at that moment, yeah, it was good because they were welcoming and they seemed so sweet, and talking to my wife, she was asking the same thing. How you feel?
That's what I wanted to know. Were they welcoming? Because people get scared to do this stuff, whether you're an adoptee or not. People get scared to look because they're always thinking that the big bad rejection monster is waiting for them. And
there was a woman. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm not saying that people never get rejected, but I am saying that sometimes some good stuff is waiting for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's my situation right now because, But there was a woman that popped up. Okay. There was a woman that popped up on my DNA list. And they don't DNA just show you the name. Right. It shows you their name and the percentage of y'all being related. Mm-hmm. And that's it. It don't give you their phone number, stuff like that. So one of the names on there was Tanae. So I ended up Facebooking her name, sent her a screenshot showing that we were related. And I inboxed her like, hey, I don't remember my exact words was. I told her like, hey, trying to figure out how we related. Took a test. This popped up. This and that. It showed, Facebook work. It shows that she read it, but she didn't reply. But come to find out, from
Okay.
talking to Kobe. From talking to Kobe, I sent him a screenshot too. He's like, oh, yeah, that's my sister, and we they're older, so she's like, hey, he's like, we she told me about this, but she thought it was a scam, thought it was a fake, so she didn't reply back.
Mm.
Yeah, but it ended up being his sister, and it was crazy. Like I know at the time, I'm like, okay, if I share DNA with these people are his blood relatives. I know our DNA is the same. I know he's my dad. Like the more I spoke to him and talked to him, the more information I got in my mind. I'm like, I know this him. It's got to be him. Like ain't no way around it.
Right.
Ain't no way around it. So he told me that he has a car detailing business in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Gave me the name of him. Gave me the name of him and all of that. So me, I googled it. It has an Instagram page. I click on the Instagram page. About not really 100 more, but there was a ton of more pictures of him that I can see. Him detailing cars, him and his kids, all types of stuff. I'm like, okay, that's where I got majority of my pictures from because for a couple of days I was winging off one picture.
Okay, that's what you're in my head because I wanted the timeline. This started on a Friday. Where are we now in time?
Sunday.
So okay, so 2 days. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I got all these pictures I seen from the Instagram pages and his detailing business and all of that. So Monday comes. This is a Monday now. Monday comes. Life at work. My schedule is I was off work and the house was dead. Kids at school. I mean, kids were I think sleep or at school. What we want with the kids, but kids wasn't around.
Okay.
And I'm just bored, lounging around the house, and I googled the business name again, and clicked on the website, clicked on the number for the business to call. So I'm like, I'm gonna call see if he answer.
At
I
work.
called. He's at work. Yeah, he's at work. 'Cause I was making jokes from talking to his nephew on the phone. He was telling me, because basically I looked my dad name up too on that same website that we looked his life up on. All his recent and old address, his phone numbers, all that popped up. So when he said he lived on Tacoma Street, that's east side of Detroit. So once I talked to Kobe, he was saying that too. Oh yeah, I'm going to go see him, and that Tacoma address, that's his most recent address. That's where he lived at. He was telling me what his favorite beer, all type of stuff was, and I told myself I'm gonna get a case of his favorite beer, and I seen that he smoked cigars. I'm gonna get some
Okay.
cigars. I'm gonna pop up on his door, knock on the door, and be like, hey, come outside, come kick. Yeah, I was saying all type of crazy stuff. No, I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it.
Right, because you didn't even want to call,
I
but you gonna
really
pop
didn't.
up.
I really did. But I just felt like getting a phone call like that at 58 years old at your place of business. It's like I just assumed it was gonna go. It's gonna go south. But
See, we always assume the worst.
yeah, I called and he answered the phone. I hung up. Immediately hung up.
Oh no.
Immediately hung up. There's a video. There's a video on his Instagram business page of him talking. When I guess he first started his business, he had a
Uh-huh.
commercial. He had a commercial. So
Okay.
that video is on his Instagram. So that voice matched the voice that answered the phone, and I wasn't ready to talk. So I
Yeah.
hung up. I hung up
Okay,
immediately.
wait, stop. I gotta ask because a lot of people, you called, but you
hmm
wasn't ready to talk. What was the
hmm
plan?
The plan was exactly what I did. The call to make sure it's him, and then
And hang
call back
up.
ready. Yeah, and then call back ready. That's what I did. Called
Okay, so how long did it take you to call back ready?
like a couple seconds because I ended up calling my wife. She was at work. I called her like, dog, I just called, and I think that's him. This nigga answered the phone. She
And
like,
she
oh,
was
what you
like, "Get
gonna
off
do?
the phone with me and hang."
And
I
basically,
love
yeah,
her.
yeah,
She's
basically.
my new friend. Hi, friend.
She was like, what you gonna do? You ready? Brace yourself. I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna call back. So I ended up calling back, and I asked, no, is this Herbert? He said, yeah, I can help you. And I'm sure the first couple of words to him was like, I'm not here to keep any money from you. I'm not here to run your life, or this is not a joke, but you may be my dad. And that the way his nephew explained to him that he was this mean man, I expected him to hang up and be like, oh, no, get the F off my phone. No, get the bugging out.
Oh,
But
that's
he
right.
just,
You did have this negative
yeah.
information. Okay.
So once I told him you may be my father, he was like, no, how do you figure that? Like he was open to talk and kick it. Like, so I just got to breaking it down to him. Like, you remember a woman named Russia Williams? I was born in '89. I said back from the like '80s and '90s, and he was like, oh no, don't ring a bell. You got a picture of her? Sent him the same picture I sent his nephew, a picture of her obituary and a regular, older picture of her. And he broke down on the phone, like, oh my God, I remember her. She was a nurse, right? All my life, my mom worked night shift. She was a nurse at Harbor Hospital, downtown Detroit. So he was like, oh my God, she was a nurse, right? I remember her. I remember her. She was so sweet, and she didn't give me no problems, man. I wonder why she ain't told me. He for like, when I tell you for like, it's been what, 3 weeks now, I think, going on 3 weeks since we've been talking. He just stopped, but every single time we talked, he just kept on telling me, "I'm so sorry. I knew nothing about you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And
Wow.
yeah, he broke down bad and was like, "Oh my God, I remember her. Like, she was a nurse, wasn't she?" I'm like, "Yeah, she worked in the Harper Hospital." He's like, "Yeah, she worked night shift." And he was like, "When I met her, she had a little dark skinned baby, my older sister.
Your sister.
Yeah, she had a little bit. I used to watch her while she went to work and told me about stories about him getting robbed. And he was like, oh no, it's I'm not saying it was her fault, but no, this and that happened." And he gave me a lot of information that only a
Okay,
person that
so
knew
that's
her.
what I wanted. Okay, that's I wanted to ask. What was the relationship between him and your mom?
Let him tell it. He told me I've dealt with a lot of women in my life. A lot of them gave me problems. I remember her. She was one of the sweet ones. She didn't give me no issues. And he just said he basically explained her. She was quiet. Mom was very quiet. She was quiet. She was sweet. Um, she worked night shift, and it's, again, because growing up, she worked night shift and worked night shift until she got ill and couldn't work anymore. But knowing, speaking of her personality, knowing her job title and the type of shift she worked, all and a lot of other things that only a person that been dealing with her would know.
Would know.
Would know. So yeah,
So how is it that she gets pregnant and then he doesn't
he don't.
know?
I don't know, and the fact that he's 58, and I'm not, I would. It would have been great for him to give me a lot of more information, but I had to sit back and think. Like, I understand this man, 58 years old. He's been married 20 plus years. He's dealt with a ton of other women, and as we get older, our brains and bodies deteriorate. So I couldn't really be mad at him. I was surprised that he knew so much, but he knew so much, but he didn't know enough. Like, he told me some information, but I wanted to know more, and that more he
Right.
couldn't give me. Yeah, he couldn't give me that. So
Mm,
yeah, he explained it, and that was it. He just like, wow, how did she pass? How did she pass? And I told him how she passed away. And the killer, crazy part is, my mom had diabetes 20 plus years. She died. He has diabetes now, and I was just told 2 3 months ago that I was diabetic, and told me that I got to get my sugar and all that intact. And I've been doing good. I've been changing my eating habits and things like that. So when I go back and
there's
get my blood ran, I should be
n-
fine.
nothing better than finding out your entire medical history
Yep.
when you do stuff like this.
Hmm.
And for me as an adoptee, I had to find both sides to get that medical history.
Yeah, because my
And
granddad, he died
I'm
from
sh-
an '04.
see, and I'm sure you never even considered that in finding your father
I didn't, and I
medical
really didn't
history.
care. I just wanted to find him.
You just
I
wanted
just
to
wanted to
find
find him.
him, but something just as small as, well, I won't say small, but diabetes, and it's a real thing, especially in our community.
Hmm.
And so just knowing that. And so, how did, or do you know, how did his wife take this information, this news?
Okay. Yeah, she's the as of now, she's the only one that's kind of like, I don't know. But he gave at the time his son and daughter were because there's 3 kids total. They have a set of twins, Devin and Danielle. They are his biological kids. And the wife, he's 26 now, but I think 26. He told me. But anyway, when he met her, she had a 2 year old son. That son
Okay.
is grown. Yeah, that boy is grown now. So it was him and then the two they have together. And yeah, at the time they were going to out of town on a trip to Atlanta to get a tattoo. So he was like, I ran it by my wife, but I ain't told the kids yet because they had drove to Atlanta. He like, I don't want them on the road with that on their mind. But to step back a little bit, when I told him about the whole, hey, it might have to be a son, I forgot to tell you this too. I was every number, email, all that stuff that popped up under her name and under his name. I was
Hmm.
sending out pictures. I was sending out emails, copying and pasting. Like everybody gonna see, figure out who I am. So when I ran that by him, he said, "Oh, my wife was just looking at it the other day in her email. We thought it was a joke. We thought it was a joke, and this, and that." I left my number in there. Told him who I was. I'm trying to contact him. I left a side by side picture in there. Everything, like all the information I had on him, I sent that all in email. So when I called him on Monday at his job, he's like, "Oh, I don't remember her, but how do you figure that?" And I got to telling him. He's like, "Oh, you know what? Just yesterday, my wife, was telling me about something like this in her email. And we thought it was a joke." So
Well, I saw that side. If it's the same side by side picture that you posted,
it's
I
the only one.
saw
Yep.
that picture. I don't know how he thought that could have been a joke, or
Yeah,
his wife could have been, because I saw that picture.
yeah. And
I,
it's
I
it's, it's
would I would get it if it was just information like, here's my phone number, here's this.
mm-hmm.
But the fact that there was a picture attached, I
Yeah,
don't.
and like a darker version. I think the darker version.
Yeah, so that's all of denial, but that's neither here nor there. Um,
But she like I talked to him the other day. He was telling me how his birthday is August 14th. The same day as my wife's mom, which was crazy. But his birthday is August 14th, and I haven't seen him yet. We've spoken every day since that Monday. Text,
every
talk.
day.
When I tell you I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready for work,
Okay.
and I'm in Texas. I'm an hour behind from Detroit. I'm an hour behind from Eastern time.
Eastern,
So
yeah.
when I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready for work, I already got a good morning text. He texted me good morning. He detailed cars, so he would tell me, oh, this is the car I'm working on for the day, and send me pictures and things like that. We kick it and talk, and yeah, he
Wow.
yeah, his wife is not really. I'm pretty sure she's gonna fake the funk, act like she's delighted and happy to see me. But I know it's kind of probably some ill feelings on his side because I said all that to say, yeah, he talked the other day. He was telling me how when he spoke with me, he said my son, and he said that the wife is like, no, don't you think you're moving too fast, or yeah, when you meet him, make sure because he got a mouth on him. He's sarcasm, all that smart mouth, all that shit is at an all time high, and I can know that just off texting. Yeah, just off texting and talking to him, he got a mouth on him. Like it's crazy. So she like, he told me, she was like, oh, make sure you put a muzzle on it or something like that. When you meet him, be easy. And I was telling him like I've dealt with so much in my life. I got tough skin. I can take a joke. He come back. If I'd have met him and I first spoke to him, he'd been ignorant of me. I'd have got ignorant right back. So it was like I'm not really worried about his approach. And I'm definitely worried about it now. We've been talking every single day since then, and now he's like, oh yeah, man, I'm never looked forward to a birthday before. I look forward to his birthday because I'll be finally meeting him for the first time face to face August 14th when I come there to Detroit
So,
for the birthday.
with the DNA connections, what is it that you may not know the answer to this, but I'm just wondering, what is it that she's so hesitant about? Because there's
I
DNA.
don't I don't know, and I told him the same thing. Like I'll do one with you, for your own records and stuff like that. And he's like, "Oh, I trust the information you sent me. I forget that we ain't doing that. You my son, and I'm gonna be here forever until there's no breath left in me." And so happy we reached out. You found me, and I'm so sorry I never knew about you. Like he's really
That
like,
is so. That's the thing for me. How did she get pregnant and then just poof
yeah, and I don't know. And
disappear?
then he spoke like, oh, we never fall. We never. I'm just any relationship. I don't care how it's nice and sweet or holier than thou you are. You and your husband, y'all gonna have some or a boyfriend. You're gonna
Sure,
have disagreements. Yeah, arguments are gonna happen. So
sure.
he's like, oh yeah, we never argue, we never this, we never that.
Something had to go down.
Yeah, and I'm so mad because it's like I want to know. I know I probably never get the answers because she's not here, and of course she's not gonna sit there and tell me. But yeah, I want to know because I feel like this woman's so sweet, never gave you no hard time. She never used you, or she was like the perfect girl. Then how do you
Yeah.
walk away
How
from
do
the
you?
perfect person? Because I'm not walking away from nobody that's perfect.
Right, right. How do you feel now that you have talked to him? Because you seem super excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm prepared for the worst and the good, but I don't really see as time going on. God forbid. But yeah, if anything negative was to happen, I feel like it'll help happen later down the line once I like really 100% learn who this man is. But yeah, I look forward to it, and I'm excited, and I want to see how it goes. Because again, I
Because there's
know
not, concerning their marriage, there's not an overlap because you're older than the
all the
amount of
kids.
time they've been married, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so there's not that, it's not like he was creeping, if you will.
Right.
And have you had any contact with your siblings?
No, he again told me about when he told them they were excited, like, oh, we got another brother, or can't wait to meet him. Oh my God, that's him, or that's my brother, and this and that. So he's ran down a few things, a few comments they've made. Nothing but good things though. A few comments that they
Okay.
made about meeting me, but yeah, I haven't like texted him or spoken to them. I haven't. It's just been him.
Is it going to be you and your wife when you make the trip?
No, I'm go along. She got the plans, and then on top of that, he recommended. I'm glad you asked that because one of the first things he said to me was, "Hey, when we meet, can we just be us two? We don't want to get the kids involved." I said,
Okay.
"That's fine. Well, that's cool. I'll do the same thing." So
How
weeks
old
went
are the
by.
kids again? The
We got
twins?
twins, 20.
Okay, so they're grown.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Okay.
20, and he gave me a little background about them. It's Devin, the boy. He wants to be a chef. I guess, a great cook. The sister, Danielle, she I think a CNA or LPN, something like that, and yeah, it's pretty much it. And the other one, I don't know much about him. He ain't really going into detail about him. I don't really think he cared too much about him because he don't really speak highly of him. So
I have
yeah.
another question for you.
Hmm.
Just off of course, at this point, all you've done is have conversation. Are you
Hmm.
finding any similarities? Like, oh, you like that? Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, he was talking. Yeah, just yesterday. Devin wants a new Jeep Wagoneer or something like that. And he sent me a picture of it. We was talking about cars and car notes and insurance and things. And I'm like, yeah, I don't pretty much like cars and vehicles. I'm a I'm a GM person. I like Cadillac, GMC, stuff like that. He's like, oh yeah, me too. And he'd make a comment, laugh it off. I know you my son in because of this, or the whole seafood thing. I love salmon and crab legs and all that, but I can't eat shrimp. Makes my tongue itch. So he's like, oh yeah, I know you my son. I'm allergic to shrimp too. And
Okay.
my sisters-in-law, my wife, she has two sisters, and they got Shih Tzus, little dogs. One name is Ghost, and one name is Bella. I have another thing too. I have a German Shepherd, a black and tan German Shepherd. He has two of those, look just like my dog, and guess their names are Bella and Ghost. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
And don't forget his birthday is the same day as my
The same
mother-in-law.
day,
So
right? Just all these coincidences and all
hmm
these things. So, my final question for you. If you had to say anything to anyone that's in your situation that has a parent that they never knew and they want to go find them, what would you, now that you've done it, what would you say
hmm
to them? What advice, what encouragement would you give them?
it's nice and sweet and simple. Go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They're either no longer here, or you reached out and you actually spoken to them and met them, and they want to do with you, or they might want to bring you in, love on you. You never know. But my whole thing is, at least at the end of the day, when God decides to transition you over, at least you can live to say that you did it. Either you found them, like you know who they are, you met them, or you spoken to them, or you had no look at all and nothing happened. But it won't hurt to try. That's all. It won't hurt to try.
I love that. I want to thank you for coming and sharing this story. Is there
Oh yeah, no
anything
problem.
else that you wanted to tell the people before we wrap up
Uh,
here?
anything else? Anything else? No, not really. Just this weekend
That's
going to
dope.
Arizona for one day to meet the
And I'm
family.
gonna definitely follow up with
Yeah,
you
I'm a post it, and
when you
yeah,
go and meet
yeah.
the
I might have a
people.
nice story for you. I can
I
feel
can't
it.
I can't wait because I understand because I have been down that road twice, so I
Oh wow,
understand. Yeah,
dang, two times.
two times I had to find both
Ooh.
sides.
Oh, you did say that. You did say
Had
both.
to
Okay,
find
yeah, you're
my
right.
birth mother
Golly,
and my birth father, so I've done it twice. Yeah.
great. Shout out to you. Shout out to
So
you.
I want you to hang on, don't go anywhere. But I do want
Okay.
to tell the people on that note, thank you so much, family, and we'll see you next week.
Journey on. You need a pie with the good? Oh yeah, what is the one? Adoption.